Told you we always been ready. I don't need people that's petty, that weigh on me heavy while I'm being steady. I need a record with Felly. We get it bouncing like Betty's, I feel like I'm Nelly. Don't bring the beef like a deli. It's leave on that levy, no sleeping on me like I'm Freddy. Chris Breeze, how I do, hit him with the moves. Left hand step back, ballin' like I'm Coos. All faith, God's plan, you just gotta choose. God slaps, nothing left to prove. Y'all gotta leave me alone. Lately I've been in my zone. Told them no cap like I fitted, but lately the flows have been straight off the dome. I feel like I'm MVP, like my name Patty Mahomes. If it ain't about money, don't hit up my phone, cause lately I've been in my zone.
Hello, welcome to the Cowboy Show, hosted by Ben Carey and Nick Gronerad, combining expert human opinions with cutting-edge simulation models to help you arrive at the best picks each week. Inside Edge Community. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's stream. We've got college basketball, as always, with our good friend Krabs. How's it going, Krabs?
It's going well, man. Last time I was on here, I went 5-0, so happy to be back.
So nowhere to go but down.
I mean, yeah, for this stream, 100%.
No,
I'm not going 5-0 again today.
No, you're going. Actually, you're not going 5-0 because I know that we're on the opposite side of at least one of the plays, and I'm going 5-0.
Oh my gosh!
So that means that you can't go 5-0. But all of the ones that we're on the same side on, you're gonna win. I feel confident in that.
Let's go.
Chat, however, I mean, you guys have been okay in the last couple streams, but the last time Krabs was on, I don't know if it was just chat wanting to fade you, or if chat was just wrong of their own accord. But chat was 0-5 the last time that you were on.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Fuck chat. But they've got a huge bounce back spot. If I was betting on chat versus me today, I'd probably take chat. They'd be the dollar. So
yeah, I mean, I'll take chat plus 0.5 wins today at -110.
Love it. Awesome.
So, pretty interesting college basketball slate today. There's no big matchups between ranked teams, but there are a lot of highly rated teams playing today. We're going to have a couple of them featured in the regularly scheduled portion of the stream. And for anybody who is new to the stream, here is how it works. So we have 5 categories, I guess, on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. For the first 4 categories, we have a game that we have chosen out that fits into that category. It is 4 different games that are interesting for 4 different reasons. Krabs is going to talk about his lean on that game. I'm going to talk about my lean on that game. And chat, you get to vote on what your lean for that game is. Category number 5, our best bets. That is just Krabs and I giving out our favorite plays of the day, and chat, you getting to vote on your favorite play of the day. So hope everyone in chat is doing well. We have a new category debuting today, made just for Krabs.
Yup, you guys can probably guess what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one that hasn't been up before. And it's the one that even if you had to guess what the category was without seeing it on the screen, I think a lot of people could figure it out. Yeah, it's our best bet. Rare Stefan got it first. That is the new category today. So without further ado, let's hop right into category number 1.
Degenerates only.
I was looking at Ballsack State -4 against Dickhead State. Ballsacks covered their last 10 straight games, and my boy says they're a wagon.
So category number 1, degenerates only. This is the best, worst game that we've had in quite a while. So the degenerates only game today is going to be the game between the Idaho Rebels and the Idaho State Bengals. Idaho Vandals. Not Rebels. That's how degenerate it is.
I was about to say put some respect on Idaho, man.
No, I'm not putting any respect on either of these teams. Idaho is 5-17, 2-10 in conference play. Idaho State is 4-17. 2-10 in conference play. We have a Vandal alum, aka a Rebel alum, in chat today. So I'm assuming that this is like a big rivalry game for these teams.
It is.
It probably has a name like the Potato Bowl or something. Ty, if you know, I mean, I'm sure you do know, but like, what is the name of this rivalry?
I have no idea, but I do know that I bet on Idaho State a lot last year, and I actually bet on this matchup last year. I don't know if you know, but Idaho State has won the last 3 games in this series in 4 or 5, so they've kind of owned them. But me and my buddies were geeking. First of all, their gym looks like a freaking high school gym. They got the hoop. You know it's bad when they got the hoops on the side. You know, the ones that go up.
Yeah, they practice.
That's how you know. That's how you know you're watching a grimy game. But we were geeking because they had like 10 advertisements for potatoes. So we just started calling them the Idaho State Potatoes. Like that's their mascot to me. So
I mean, makes
happy
sense.
to be. I was happy to dig into this one for sure. I'll tell you what I'm thinking if you want me to just go ahead.
Yeah, have at it.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys know I obviously like the points here. Not really surprising. These guys played about a month ago. Idaho State beat them by 7, and typically, I don't really like, in a rivalry game, conference game, it's really hard for a team to win and cover both times. But in this case, I do like Idaho State again. The number is telling me to bet Idaho State. Because Idaho really they haven't beaten them. They haven't beaten Idaho State since 2020, and now they're expecting Idaho to win this game by 5 or more. I think that's a little ridiculous. I think this game is going to be very close down to the wire. It's probably going to be a shitty game, probably low scoring, but actually the total's pretty high. But I like the points in this matchup. In any rivalry game, I like the points. Give me +4 on the road. Idaho State does not have to win the game. They just have to cover. And I think they do that tonight.
Yeah, so we're going to start this off on opposite sides of each other.
Not surprised.
Which I think might be a theme today.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the Idaho Vandals -3.5 points today in this game. Model has them by somewhere between 4 and 5. Yeah. No, wait a second. I have Idaho State. Never mind.
Oh, you're flipping it.
Yeah, we're flipping.
Anyone place their bets.
I can't read. That's a problem.
If anyone placed their bets in the last 10 seconds, you're screwed.
Okay, no, we're actually not gonna do that because I was looking at the game and I was thinking I kind of like Idaho.
Okay.
Idaho's a pretty decent team at home. The one Idaho game that I watched this year was actually their game where they hosted South Dakota State, and they knocked off a really good South Dakota State team at home. They obliterated them.
It is a blackout tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's going to be fans there, if there's even like a stands for them to stand. But it's a blackout. They're giving out free T-shirts, so they might show up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually take the under in this game.
Okay.
I think in a rivalry game like this, with a thunderous electric carbohydrate fueled home crowd. The noise is going to be a factor. I don't think that either of these teams play particularly fast, and they're certainly not good. I mean, Idaho does play kind of fast. First 100 fans get T-shirts. The remaining 50 shirts will go to charity.
Is that what it says?
No, that's what Ben said in the chat.
I'm geeking. Yeah, because no one's going to fucking be there.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a clash in styles. Idaho plays fast. Idaho State plays slow. So I think that Idaho State is going to make an effort to slow the game down, get the crowd out of the game. Model has it at like 138. I'm going to take the under 141.
Okay. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. These teams stink.
Yeah. And also, somebody in chat said, "Don't know these, so no vote." I feel that, right? I mean, this is the degenerates only category. This is not the game of the day.
You're supposed to not know.
The opposite of the game of the day. So the chat does actually have a pretty strong opinion. We have 12,
Idaho,
12 total votes on Idaho State compared to 9 on Idaho.
Ooh.
13 votes though on the under. So the under
Damn.
has eked out slow or eked out a victory here. So chat is along with me. And if we get an Idaho State cover and the under, we're good to go.
Sure, we can both win. I love it.
And yeah, somebody asked about Capwise merch. We have shirts that are being made right now. So
damn, I need one of those.
Actually, I have one, so I don't need one. But they're nice. They're comfortable.
Word.
So
yeah, I think that's enough Idaho potato talk for today. We're gonna put the crowd to sleep.
Enough potatoes. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna sleep watching the game too. So
yeah, all those potatoes, man. The students, I don't think they're even gonna be a factor. They're gonna be so tired.
No, we could just sit here for an hour and shit talk Idaho.
I mean, dude, you picked the right guy to bring on here. I could talk about Idaho State for 24 hours straight. Like we can go down the rabbit hole, but we're not going to do that for everyone in the audience's sake. Yeah, I think I'd rather just go to sleep.
Me too. So you know what else I'd rather do is move along to the next category.
Yep.
Mid-major spotlight.
Millions on the table, that's major. I turn dirt into diamonds, that's major.
So category number 2 is mid-major spotlight, where we highlight at least one, hopefully two, not two today, but at least one team that is a mid-major school that you probably, if you only watch marquee games, have not seen yet this year, but a team that you should watch because they could make some noise in March. And the team featured today is the Murray State Racers, who have, as of Tuesday, snuck their way all the way up into the AP Top 25 poll. This Murray State team is currently ranked number 23 in the nation.
They're nice.
This is a good team.
Yep.
This is a really, really good team. And this Murray State team is also a team that's proven in the past that they can produce really, really top-tier talent.
I mean, you ever heard of John Morant? I don't know if you've heard of that guy.
I've never heard of John Morant. Can you explain to me who John Morant is and where John Morant came from?
The odds of John Morant's name getting dropped were minus 1,000 when we decided to take this game.
Oh, I would have dropped my entire account on that at minus 1,000.
Yeah, but I'll go into this real quick, and I'll be honest. Murray State has a little John Morant 2.0 on their team right now in Tevin Brown. He's not as good, but he plays very similar style. He's a small little dude, fast guard, really good passer, and he can throw it down a little bit too. He's pretty good. He's not as good as John Morant, but he's done a pretty good job replacing him. Murray State's won 12 games in a row. They're ranked again, like you said. They're ranked 23, which for a team like that is extremely impressive. I mean, they're 22-2 this year. Hats off to them. Respect. But let me tell you about how a game went a couple days ago when St. Mary's just got ranked, and they played at Santa Clara, a team that they were supposed to beat. And I think there's a lot of added pressure on these but these smaller schools that get ranked. These kids are not used to the pressure, okay? I'll tell you who has zero pressure. It's Tennessee State. They have negative pressure in this game. It's all on Murray State after being ranked. St. Mary's lost outright to Santa Clara the other night, and I think there honestly could be a similar result in this game tonight. 14.5 points is ridiculous. This Tennessee State team is not that good, but they've got 10 wins and they're home, and I think it's a great letdown spot for a Murray State team that's won 12 games in a row. It's a blowout at home. This is Tennessee State's Super Bowl. I think they keep this within 10. They're getting 9% of the bets. Everyone's hammering Murray State. That's never a good sign. Give me Tennessee State at home.
So you're taking Tennessee State plus 14.5. I disagree with you, but again, that's not going to be my lean. I'm actually going to take another total play here.
Okay.
I like the over in this game.
Okay.
Also, my dog, if anybody can hear, is making weird noise. You can kind of see her reflection in my television on the couch. She's like on
can't hear, but
going like
living her best life. That's awesome.
She is living her best life. So I like the over here. So these two teams played earlier in the season. That was a game that was at Murray State. And it was a really low-scoring game. It finished 67-44, just 111 points. Total in that game, 150 and a half. Same two teams. Nobody in or out. Total is all the way down at 138 and a half. So that just is something that instantly screams value to me. I don't think that one game should be knocking this total down that much. And the other thing that I like about this is actually kind of along the same lines as what you were talking about, is this Murray State team. Their defense is a lot more susceptible to giving up points on the road. Their last few road games, I mean, against Austin Peay, they didn't really do anything, but Austin Peay plays one of the slowest tempos in the country. Before that, against Tennessee Tech, they gave up 75. Eastern Illinois, I'm also kind of not going to count that. But this is a team that gives up a lot of points on the road against teams that kind of don't play at a snail's pace. And I also think that Murray State is good for their fair share of points. Model has it at 144. I actually bet this is actually a pick that I've bet already. I placed this bet last night at 130.
Putting your money where your mouth is, huh?
So, yeah.
Hey, I've got a Woj bomb I got to drop on the stream right now. I don't know if you saw it.
I saw Fruity say it in the chat. So what is the Woj bomb?
The Brooklyn Nets are trading James Harden to the 76ers for you-know-who, Ben Simmons, who, by the way, is the softest guy I've ever seen in my life. Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, 2 first-round picks for James Harden. Holy shit. But now you've got James Harden and Joel Embiid on the same team. I'm interested. But they gave up a bag for him. Oh my gosh. They're giving up 2 starters and Andre Drummond, who's Andre Drummond. What do you think? What do you think about that trade?
I mean, I can't pretend like I'm an NBA guy. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna defer to you and defer to the chat for analysis on that. I literally haven't watched an NBA game in a couple of years.
Damn. Not even playoffs?
No, of course not. There's hockey playoffs at the same time.
Gosh.
Why would you watch NBA playoffs over NHL playoffs?
Are you one of those boomers who's like, I'm not watching this game. They don't play defense. Are you one of those guys?
No, I'm not. I love the sport of basketball.
Man.
But I can't get into the NBA. I don't like the fluctuation in effort levels from day to day. And it's just a little bit more robotic than college. I enjoy the college game a lot more.
Hey, I'm a college guy myself. I'm yanking your chain.
And also I am 1,000% a boomer. I'm a 27-year-old boomer.
All right. Well, real quick, they changed the baseball rule too, right? So now there's a DH going around the whole league. So you probably hate that too.
I actually like the DH.
Okay. All right. So you're not a boomer.
I'm a semi-boomer.
Okay, you're half boomer.
I'm like a boomer on some things, and then I'm like as zoomer as it gets on other things.
Okay, fair. That's good. That's how you're supposed to be. All right, let's move on to a game so we can dive into this. I know we got some shit we got to do.
Yeah. So chat real quick has.
Oh, we got to go over chat's terrible pick. Let's see what they got.
They had the over again. So chat has had the exact same pick as me.
Ooh, not a good sign, Nick. Not a good sign.
Also, JFK, I have no idea if you're complimenting me or shit-talking me or both. But yeah, Pitt plus 10.5 smack yesterday.
Sure.
All right, so let's move along now to category number 3. First time category on the stream.
Trap game.
Sorry to disappoint you, Yugi. Huh? You triggered my trap card!
So category number 3, special made just for Krabs, is the trap game. It. So Krabs, what is a trap game?
I mean, a trap game is a line that is set to get you to bet on the wrong thing, in my mind. That's what a trap game is. And there is a big one today. Now, a lot of people probably thought this was going to be the game of the day or whatever, and it definitely could have been. There's another really good game tonight that we're going to go into, but Purdue versus Michigan. This Purdue team, they're ranked 3, and they're going to Michigan, who's been probably the most disappointing team in all of college basketball this year. What were they ranked, like 8 going into the season?
Yeah, they were a top 10 team going into the year.
Ridiculous. You already know what I'm on in this game. It looks like the public disagrees with 92% of the bet slips on Purdue. I mean, if I could draw a square right now, like the Disney Channel used to do, remember that when they used to draw the thing or whatever? I'd be drawing a square to everyone in the public because they want you to take Purdue here small. Obviously, Purdue makes so much sense, right? But if you look into this game, and if you just look at the line as well, Michigan is the right side in this game. Let me tell you why. Number one, Michigan is playing better basketball recently. I'm not saying they're playing great basketball. They're playing better basketball. Okay, they got life. Thank God, because they were playing terrible in January. These guys played last week. It was a 6-point game, so you know they can compete. And now they're in Michigan. I love the spot for Michigan. I know they're only getting 3.5 or whatever, but should be enough. I think they can win this game outright. Now, the matchup of Dickinson versus Edey, I think, is a very good matchup. Not a lot of people can keep up with Edey, but you know who can? Dickinson, because he's huge, and I think he could put up a fight. If anyone could do it, it's either him or Coburn on Illinois, and I think that, honestly, Edey's going to get his. He's the best point guard in the country, in my opinion, but I think Edey will be taken out of this game, and I think Dickinson's going to get his. And like I said, 8% of the bet slips are on Michigan. Give me the Wolverines all day at home.
Yeah, so the thing that worries me about Michigan here, in regards to that last game that they played, is Hunter Dickinson played like the game of his life on the offensive end in that game. He finished 12 of 17 from the floor, including 2 for 3 from 3. And he was
threes.
He hit threes, and it wasn't just threes. He hit like 2, 3, 4 more 2-point jump shots that were like 2 or 3 feet away from being 3-pointers.
Sure.
So what the game plan was kind of to move Dickinson out of the paint, force Edey to go out and guard him on the perimeter, and he was hitting every single jump shot, and that's just not really his game. They're gonna need somebody else to step up and generate offense for them if Michigan is gonna hang. Is that possible? Absolutely. Do I know who it's gonna be? Not really. And that's kind of the thing that scares me. The other thing that scares me is that Dickinson in this regulation game, so 40 minutes, managed to play 36 minutes in this game, aka avoiding foul trouble. This is the strategy that Purdue has employed against Illinois, trying to get Coburn in foul trouble, and it's worked both times that they've played.
Smart.
And I think it's just something that they weren't so successful doing first time around against Michigan. I think that both of those things, just kind of trying to get Dickinson off the court by getting him into foul trouble, and then Dickinson just having some regression in his jump shooting, those are two things that I like for Purdue to have easy spots to improve over their performance in game number 1 between these two teams. So for that reason, plus the fact that the model has Purdue, is going to lead me to take Purdue in this game.
Look out. You asked for who else is going to step up for this Michigan team. Look out for the senior, Devontae Jones. He hasn't really had a breakout game yet this season. He's putting up steady numbers, but look out for a breakout game for him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely had a decent game. He was the second leading scorer for Michigan, 5 of 7 from the field, 13 points, 4 assists, 4 boards. I mean, that's an excellent game.
Had one of his better games of the season against a really good Purdue team. So I could see him doing it again.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of the key, is can Purdue neutralize Dickinson, either by getting him off the court or by just making it harder for him to shoot? And can Michigan have somebody else step up into a primary scoring role? That's the key here.
If we knew those answers, we would be rich.
Oh, it would be easy, right? But we don't.
Oh, if it was easy, everyone would do it. You know?
It ain't easy beating Edey. something like that. That
No.
that should be Purdue's slogan.
It ain't easy beating Edie, and it ain't easy beating Ivy.
No.
Sure as hell ain't easy. It sure as hell ain't easy beating Edie and Ivy.
It ain't easy beating Dickinson.
Well, okay, that doesn't sound as good.
So let's see here. So chat leans are in, and chat is very all over the place. So 12 votes on Purdue to cover and the under. 8 votes on Purdue and the over. So that gives us 20 total on Purdue. Michigan to cover and the over have 10 votes. So that's 18 on the over. And Michigan and the under only had 2. So it looks like Purdue covering is going to be chat's lean. So for the third time in 3 picks, chat's lean matches mine. I don't know how I feel about this.
You might have to change your underwear, because I'd be shitting my pants if that was the case for me.
Yeah, I mean, just deep breaths.
I mean, maybe chats do.
I
can't even see chat right now, but I hope they're just absolutely chirping the shit out of me, because that's what drives me. Wake up every morning, love it.
Yeah,
love the hate.
It fuels you.
It really does. I love it, to be honest.
All right, so let's go ahead and now move along to category number 4.
Game of the day.
The ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star.
So category number 4, game of the day. We're going to the Pac-12 for this one. Like we were talking about earlier, that Purdue-Michigan game was definitely a strong contender for game of the day. But since we had to use it for the trap card, I mean, I knew as soon as I saw that game on the slate that it was going to be the trap game.
Mm-hmm.
But we're we couldn't use it for game of the day.
You want to hear a couple other contenders for the trap game?
Sure.
I think Clemson's a little. Duke's a little trappy.
Yeah.
Duke kind of looked like shit last game. What else is kind of trappy? I really like Omaha. I know they're terrible, but they're playing a team that they lost 100-60 or some shit in the last matchup, and they're only getting 6 points at home. I think that's a great trap as well. So those were second and third on the list, if you were curious.
Mm-hmm. Also, Krabs, you asked, yes, they can hear us if we talk during the cutscenes.
Word. So I can't really trip them behind the scenes.
Well, I mean, you can, right? They'll just be able to hear you. And I don't that hasn't stopped
totally
me before.
Fine. It really hasn't, and it won't.
So game of the day today. In the Pac-12, Washington State getting 6.5 points at home against Arizona. Over-under in this game is 144. So, what are your thoughts on these teams? I mean, Washington State, for me, was a team that I was pretty high on coming into the year.
Everyone was.
Yeah. I mean, so in our with Ben and with Chase, our kind of preseason college basketball, like season-long preview, we each had to list like a sleeper team, and Washington State was mine. They've been a little bit up and down over the course of the year. They don't really have a big marquee win on their resume.
Well, they will after tonight.
Will they? I mean,
yes.
they definitely could. But I think that this Washington State team is a team that could make some noise in March if they make it to March. And I think that winning a game like the one tonight at home against Arizona is a pretty important step for them.
They have to win this game or they have to win their tournament. Yep.
Yeah. So Krabs, what is your lean here?
Well, first off, I want in on that college basketball preview next year. Put me on the list for that, or on the waiting list at least. You guys already know what I like in this game. I mean, I already talked about it. But to be honest, one of the most slept-on teams in college basketball right now is this Washington State team. They're on a 5-game win streak. They look like the team that they were supposed to be in the beginning of the year, like you said. Michael Flowers is really coming into his own, the senior. He's playing really good basketball. He's the heart and soul of that team. best player on the team. He's coming off of 21 and 22 points. So he's peaking with the team. The team goes with him. Okay? This is a weird matchup between one of the fastest teams in the country in Arizona and one of the slowest teams in the country in Washington State. In my opinion, especially at home, the slower team has an advantage in a matchup like that because it's way more uncomfortable to be slowed down than it is to be sped up, I personally think. That makes me like Washington State even more. And Arizona, let me tell you this fact that 9 out of 10 people will hear this and they'll want to take Arizona, but my brain is thinking the opposite. Arizona's won 9 games in a row at Washington State by an average of 14 points. Now they're only getting 7 points at home.
Yeah, I mean, this Washington State team was very easily one of the worst power conference teams in the country for like a decade.
They've been historically terrible.
Yeah, they've recruited really well the last couple of years. They've coached up a couple other really solid seniors. Plus, Flowers transferring in has been big for the team.
Yup.
But yeah, I'm a fan of this Washington State team. I don't know if they can get this cover.
Yeah, and that's what everyone's thinking because everyone's betting on Arizona.
Yeah, and the fact, I mean, my heart tells me Washington State here.
Uh-huh.
The model has this as an 8-point Arizona win, so I can't put Washington State covering up as a lean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the under instead.
You're no fun.
I'm taking the under here.
Okay.
Because
I like
I
the
think,
under. Like
I think
said,
that,
they're
I think
going
that
to
this
slow them down.
Yeah, I think
right?
that this game going
down.
under is the way that Washington State covers. It's
100%. If this game goes over, they're fucked.
For Arizona.
Yep.
It's efficiency. They're not going to beat Arizona in a shootout. They can shoot the ball, but they can't shoot the ball as well as Arizona. They can run up and down the floor, but they can't do it as well as Arizona. I mean, their strength is really in their depth in the front court between Deshaun Jackson and Mogay or Gueye, or however you say it. How do you pronounce that name? Gueye? Is it like Guy or Gueye or Gay, or how do you?
You're asking the wrong guy.
I'm also asking Chet.
I'm honestly not even sure. Okay.
And F.A. Abigidi, also in the front court, is another guy I really like.
I mean, on paper, this Arizona State team is like it's not even close. Like these teams aren't even close, and that's why I understand why you're saying with your head you like Arizona, but college basketball.
In my head, I like Washington State.
Okay.
It's just the model has Arizona by a point, covering by a point.
The model is your heart.
The model is my head, I guess. My heart tells me Washington State.
Okay, yeah, okay. There we go. There we go.
But I trust my head over my heart.
So, I was gonna say, what are you like? You're literally you are the model. You're
I am the model.
Yeah. Oh man, I need you to whip me up a model. Could you even make like a contrarian model, like that takes stuff that doesn't make sense? I guess you could take it where
you could just make a regular model and then fade everything it says.
Yeah, or you could inverse it, right? You could like have it flip. I'm not a math guy. Okay, I have a model and it's right here. It's right between my ears. But that's probably an issue.
So let's see where chat is at. So chat likes Arizona and the over as their top choice, and then tied for number 2, Arizona and the under, and Washington State and the over. So chat's dual leans are going to be Arizona minus 6.5 and the over, since those two things tied.
Music to my ears, man.
So chat is fading both of us here. Not just you, not just me. They're fading both of us.
Yeah, that hurts. We'll be all right, though.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Yeah, and Ben, you're completely right. If the model took into account betting percentage numbers, then I could build you a model.
Bro, why is Ben scared to be on camera or something? Why is he not on the stream? He's doing some.
He's like
some company stuff.
Got to run cap wise. Make sure.
Yeah, someone's got to do it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus, it's fun having other people on. I guess Ben could be here also. Oh, also, we have no spoilers, but we have a third person who is going to be joining us next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you send me a little text?
Yeah.
Tell me that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Are we giving out our lock of the eons or what? What are we doing here?
Our lock of the epoch. So, so chat. I need to know what your best bets are, and also Ben's not scared to be on stream. He was literally on this stream yesterday. So
I think he's scared.
He might be. He had a good day on stream yesterday.
I wonder if he's taking Montana. What's his team? Montana State.
I mean,
if he's taking them today.
Yeah, but Montana State plays today. His school is Northern Colorado, like his alma mater.
I'm hip. I was referring to the team he's been betting on, Montana State. He was laying 9.5. Jesus, against a Portland State team that's kind of on fire. Give me Portland State bonus pick.
Yeah,
bonus pick.
So chat, I need to know what your favorite bet is today. Start typing them out. I see some of them already. I'm going to play the intro real quick.
Cool.
Big Brain plays.
Text me who's coming on the show. I'm curious.
Fuck chat.
Oh man.
Just secretly talking shit about chat underneath the video.
Even though they can hear everywhere we say.
Yeah. So what do we have? We have to throw professional college basketball handicapper Fruity's Drexel money line.
Damn.
Into
Lauren. I think Lauren is also on that pick as well.
Oh, that's a nice collab between them.
Don't get too bricked up, chat.
What else do we have? Michigan and Purdue right back to back. That's nice. Trying to see if I can see anything twice, but it looks like a lot of different stuff. Okay, I see Coastal Carolina a couple times.
Hate that pick. I like Georgia State. The line's also moved like 4.5 points, so I'm not going to bet it, but I should have bet it last night when they were +2.
Yeah, a lot of interesting line movement there. Is Kobe the guest streamer next week? Yes. I see JMU -6 a couple times.
Oh.
I don't know if it was a
JMU. Let me do my little square again. Boop, 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 boop.
Northern Colorado -6. Hold that one up for Ben.
That's got to be Ben's burner.
Probably. And Clemson.
Yeah.
+6.5.
Love Clemson. Damn, I might have to take that off my card then if people are betting that.
Maybe they're only betting it because you're on it.
Also, I mean do
you want like a philosophy question here? So what if you made a bet, say Clemson +6.5, and so many people tailed your bet that the public bet money was now entirely on Clemson? Would you feel uncomfortable because of that and then like your Clemson pick less?
No, because I was the reason that it moved, and if I wasn't a person, it wouldn't have happened, and I'd still like my bet. Number 2, that'd be the coolest thing ever. If I ever move a line, I know I've made it because that'd be the coolest shit ever. But no, that would not have any impact on my decision at all because when you take me out of that, I still would like the line.
It's like the ship of Sisyphus or something is the thought experiment. It's like that, but with something being a public play.
Yep.
Krabs, what is your favorite bet today?
Yeah, gosh, I'm getting work emails right now. All right, my favorite bet of the day. Okay. It's gross. You know I was coming with something gross. I texted you. I'm taking the goddamn Mount St. Mary's Mountaineers +7 against Wagner, who is a wagon. They might as well be called Wagon, okay? Wagner is 10-0 in conference this year. They've destroyed everyone in the neck. They're 12-0 in their last 12 games. But Elijah Ford, their second best player and their glue guy, he's now out for the season. This is their first game without him. I think it's going to have a monumental impact on this team. both mentally and just out on the court. Wagner's bread and butter, I can't speak, is scoring the basketball inside, and the Mount has a great interior defense. And I'd also go as far to say that they have the best defense in the NEC. They have for years. I still think they do. Mount is also on a little bit of a run themselves. They've won 6 of 7, and their loss in that, which this is a perfect scenario, is a 1-point loss in their last game to Bryant. And Bryant is also very good. They're second in the NEC. So they're coming off a loss where that game that they should have won. It was right there. So they're going to be hungry as shit to get another win. They know they can beat this Wagner team, especially with Wagner's best player out. Give me Mount St. Mary's. They're a proven tournament team. They were in the tournament last year. They have a pretty good coach. 7.5 points is way too many in this game. I kind of wish that kid Ford was playing because this line would be even more juicy. But give me the Mountaineers plus 7.5 on the road. I think they win this game outright.
Yeah, I actually agree with this pick.
Okay.
I have, or the model has Wagner winning by about 6.
You are the model.
I am the model. I made the model.
Sure.
The model
you are the
me,
model.
But I am not.
You are the model. Okay. All right.
But yeah, I like the spot for Mount St. Mary's. So, my favorite bet today is also a little bit of a random game. I am taking. Hold on, let me double check, make sure the line hasn't moved. Okay, it's moved to 0.5 point since I locked it in last night. I'm taking New Mexico State minus 10.5 on the road at Dixie State. So, this New Mexico State team is really good. Their best player has absolutely no business being on this team. Teddy Allen, averaging 19.5 points per game this year. 7 boards per game, more than his steals per game. You recognize that name?
No.
Teddy Allen?
I'm honestly shocked. Who is this guy?
So Teddy Allen.
Don't tell me he's Jared Allen's brother.
I mean, he might be. So Teddy Allen last year averaged 16.5 points per game in the Big Ten.
Where?
Nebraska.
Oh my gosh. I know this kid.
He's got a lot of off-the-court problems. This is his 3rd school in 3 years. But on the court,
he's got a lot of neck tattoos.
Yeah, he does have a lot of neck tattoos as well. I mean, that's like the most important thing in the model is how many neck tattoos per player is on the team.
There's got to be a factor in that for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just more willing to draw contact, right? It's just it is what it is. But again, he's just got no business playing in the WAC. He's a player who could start at most schools in the country.
Yeah.
And he's going up against Dixie State today. So the other thing is Dixie State. So they're sitting at 4-6 in the WAC this year. But they haven't, or I guess only one time this year in conference play have they kept a game within this 10.5 number against a team above them in the conference. They've played every school above them in conference, I believe, except for New Mexico State. And New Mexico State, sitting at 19-3, 9-1 in conference, is the best team in the conference. They've lost by double digits to all but one of them. They lost by 27 at Stephen F. Austin. They lost by 24 at Sam Houston State. They lost by 11 at Seattle. Those are all road games, but that's okay. They lost by 8 at Utah Valley. That's the only one that was within single digits. They lost by 14 to Abilene Christian at home. And they lost by 16 or by 14 at home against Tarleton. This is just not a team that can keep it close against decent.
What was the score? What was the score in the Tarleton game?
Score in Tarleton was 83-69 Tarleton.
Tarleton worked them like that?
Yeah.
Tarleton doesn't beat anybody by 20. They can't score. That's concerning.
Yeah. So I don't really care that New Mexico State is on the road. I don't really care that it's a double-digit game. I think that this is a good spot for New Mexico State. I really do. I mean, and the other thing also is New Mexico State. except for the game against Sam Houston, which is a team that's miles better than Dixie State. They've won all of their conference road games by double digits. So they have precedent.
I don't hate that play at all, man. I really don't. Especially after giving me a rundown and telling me that they have a freaking guy who's about to get drafted on their team. Wild.
So there you have it. Let's take a look and see where chat is at. That poll just finished up. And it looks like Drexel, money line, is the favorite. Fruity, how does that make you feel?
Dude, Fruity's, I don't know if he has a crystal ball or something or what he's doing. Maybe he has like a time travel machine, but that dude hits hockey bats.
No, he doesn't have either of those things. He doesn't have a crystal ball. He doesn't have a time travel machine. What he does is he has a phone, and he uses it to call the refs, and he puts in the link. That's the only explanation.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Awesome.
I literally, I typed out Fruity Moneyline as the...
Might as well be.
I mean, yeah.
Straight up. It's awesome.
Fruity Moneyline minus 115.
Dude knows hockey.
That he does. And he's 2-0 all time as a college basketball capper.
Damn. Okay. Might have to tail him and Lauren's wagon.
Yeah, so Model again agrees with this. So the Model has actually been on the same side as Fruity all 3 times. It's all been like minus 115-ish money lines. Model has Drexel by 1.5 today.
Okay. I also like Drexel. If that probably makes people want to take it less, but I like Drexel.
I mean, it's like Fruity's on it, makes me want to take it more. Krabs is on it, makes me want to take it less. It all evens out.
Hey, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, man. That's people have been telling me that. I'm totally cool with it. I know what I signed up for. You know.
Yeah. So what does the Model say about my pick? That's a good question. Some relevant information. I have New Mexico State by 16, I believe. I actually think it's not up on the dashboard right now, but there was an issue with that game syncing. But I have them by 16.
Okay. Any other questions?
So what about Evansville? Is a question that JFK just asked.
You guys are going to make me get up and do some searches on my laptop. They're playing Indiana State, I think.
Yeah, they're playing at Indiana State. Let me make sure I have the line. It's Indiana State
4.
minus anywhere from 3.5 to 4.5, depending on the book. Mostly 4s, though.
Yeah, I mean, I like Evansville, the points, but this dude I follow has Indiana State money line in a parlay, and he's pretty good at betting. Looks like Indiana State's getting all the money. They have 4 straight losses. Evansville's coming off of a plus 10.5 win. These guys just played each other. Evansville was plus 10.5, and they won by 9. That's crazy. That makes me like Indiana State. Weird game. If you're watching this game, don't.
Yeah, if you're not watching Idaho State,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing with your life? Grow up.
So I also like Evansville here to cover. Okay. I have Indiana State by between 2.5 and 3, so I'll take Evansville plus the points as a very slight lean. I have no action on that game, but that's where the model is. So what about let's talk about one more. Iowa and Maryland.
I mean, I'm a Maryland guy through and through. No, I do like chirping them because my buddies, a lot of them went there. But tonight, I'm with the Terps, man. I don't know if I'm betting it yet, but these guys just played the other day. And remember, Maryland, they almost pulled it out. The ball went right off of Fats Russell. By the way, maybe best name in college basketball, Fats Russell.
No, Adonis Arnold is the best name in college basketball.
That's a damn good name. But but yeah, Fats Russell, the ball went off his pinky toe, and they ended up losing the game because of it. I like UMD. I think they're going to win this game outright. I'm probably going to take the points, but check my Twitter just to make sure before you do.
Yeah, so my take on that game, so the model favors Iowa to cover. but I am staying as far away from that game as humanly possible.
Yeah, I might do the
Iowa
same. I don't know.
On the road. They've been so bad.
They're bad. They're also just not that good in general. But same with Maryland. So.
Yeah. It's just not a spot that I want to touch. Also, Juju, Junior Clay is another excellent name. With the Junior,
is a good name.
JR.
Fire.
He plays on who? On like Tennessee Tech or something? That is an amazing name.
You tell me. Oh, man. But yeah, thanks for having me on again. Let's hope we go 10-0 today, right? And let's hope Jack goes 0.
I mean,
I guess they can't.
It's impossible for us to go 10-0 just because we faded each other on the Michigan-Purdue game.
That'd be pretty...
We can go 9-1 today.
That'd be impressive if we went 10-0, beat on different picks. That'd be something.
All right, yeah. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. I know, Krabs, you've got a busy work day. You got some emails rolling in, and it is pretty much time for the Book It stream.
Sure.
So for everybody in the chat, there is no college basketball stream tomorrow, but there is an NFL stream tomorrow. So be sure to tune in for that. We are beginning the ramp up for the Super Bowl. We're going to be live, Ben and I, at 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow night, doing a full player prop rundown for the Super Bowl. So the schedule, Friday, 7 o'clock Eastern, player props. Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, miscellaneous props, all the wacky shit that you can bet on. And then Sunday, watch party for the Super Bowl, plus contests, live contests with cash giveaways, potentially merch giveaways, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Am I invited?
You're invited to hang out in the chat. I think it's just Ben and I on the stream. Just because of all of the contest stuff, it doesn't really suit itself to having 10 people up on the screen. There's going to be a lot of...
I'm just messing around.
No,
I'm
you're good. If you would be invited...
hammered.
If we... Oh, yeah. Me too. On stream.
Word. Good.
And chat, if you're not going to be absolutely hammered as well, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, grow up.
Yeah.
If you're 21.
Yeah. I mean, everybody grew up at the same rate. Because that's how it works. That was a stupid joke. That's what I do, though. I make stupid jokes, and sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're not.
Yeah, I like
that one wasn't.
I like them, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and raid the Book It Sports channel. Somebody wants Krabs sweatpants merch.
Krabs sweatpants merch.
Yeah, what you should do is you should make like women's underwear with a little crab pinching on the butt.
Okay.
I think that's what you should do, or like sweatpants or something. Like back in high school.
Probably have a lot of women would probably buy those. Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, I will say I'll give a little sneak peek. There may or may not be some merch coming, and I may or may not be giving away. I may or may not be giving away a lot of it, if not all of it. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned because it's going to be a little bit. But yeah, if you're tuning into the stream and you're a rider, you get some inside info there. There you go.
All right. Later, everyone. We will see you tomorrow night.
Go Mount.